Gone and gathered up another 10 games for you guys this week on this episode of the Raccoon Release Radar. A couple of the games on the list this week, I've been patiently awaiting for them to come out, and a couple more that I think people as a whole have been anxiously awaiting. And of course, as always, there are games on here that I think you probably haven't heard of. Let's get into it and see what's coming out this week together. Up first, I have Relic Abyss. This game is dropping in early access. Relic Abyss is a bullet heaven roguelite with an absolutely adorable art style. The character art looks awesome. The enemy art looks awesome. There are 20 different characters and an item crafting system. There's some Lovecraftian vibes in the way that the story goes. It seems like it does just enough unique for this genre that I'm really interested in it, as well as, again, it's just really cute. The music seems good, the story is interesting, and it just is one that this is one of the games that I've been really looking forward to, so I'm excited for it to come out in early access. Next up, we have Never Ending Beyond. Never Ending Beyond is a roguelite bullet hell game, but the main gameplay hook is one that I haven't seen before, and I'm surprised I haven't seen anything quite like this yet, because I think it's kind of a slam dunk hook. The way that you get your weapons and your abilities and everything in this game is by petting cute animals. That is the full, that's how you do this. You find cute little baby animals, and when you pet them, they each have a weapon or a passive that you can choose. It's, of course, got that roguelite progression where there's, a garden where you can plant loot, it says, and there's, just an in-between runs progression going on, as well as a story between your runs. Once again, the art is just cute. I think the hook is really fun, where you're, getting to play with these cute little creatures as your main method of progression, or getting items in a run. I'm really excited to see how this one plays when it comes out, because I think that unique gameplay loop has a lot of potential to have a really fun game come out of it. Next, we have Last Flag. This is a hero shooter with a capture the flag gameplay to it. I was actually given an early copy of this game and was able to play it in a playtest. You might have heard of this game because it's created by the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, or at least the company that made the game is founded by the lead singer of Imagine Dragons and his brother. I had a pretty good time with what I played of this game. I think if it finds the right audience, it could grow into something really awesome. At launch, there are 9 characters with each interesting kits to them that kind of play into that capture the flag style of game. I think the character designs are awesome, and it will be paid at launch, but they have dedicated themselves to having no microtransactions within the game. So all the cosmetics are earnable through gameplay. There will be no battle pass, which I tend to enjoy in a game. I'm willing to pay a little bit for a game if I know I'm not going to have to ever pay for new characters or new skins or anything like that. Next up, we have Simultree. This is an incremental game that is based on researching different life simulations. We have the lab theme here, the research theme here, so it felt surprisingly on brand. It felt fitting for the channel. It is a short game, and I think it is dropping at a perfect time. With if you recently watched Project Hail Mary, it kind of fits with the themes, a little bit of that. So I think if people are coming off of that movie, they may be interested in playing this short little indie game that kind of fits with some of those themes. I just love the idea of the idle game focusing on a life simulation and watching the little creatures kind of bloom and grow or die, and whatever, you're watching them, you're simulating them and getting your points that way in the idle game. I think it is a very cool twist on that genre. Plus, you can draw on the screen, so if you want to draw around, you can just scribble. After that, we have Cleaning Up releasing. This is a new entry in a fast blossoming genre of games where you just clean shit. I am absolutely just in love with games like that. It's something about them just calms me down. I know that's kind of the point, so I'm not unique in that, but I just sometimes coming home from work, popping on one of these games and just kind of letting myself relax while I'm cleaning I don't know. This game lets you clean lots of things. It looks like you can clean a moon base, and you can clean a dungeon. The cleaning looks pretty satisfying with physics things rolling around, and it's always satisfying to just go into a level filled with dirt and trash and grime and just paying attention, or putting something on in the background and walking away with a fully clean level. It's a simple formula, but it gets me every time, and this game looks as relaxing as you would expect from one of those games. This next game is another one that I have been really waiting for to come out because I played the demo on the channel and I really enjoyed it. That is Angel Clicker. Angel Clicker is an incremental game that has some rhythm elements where if you're clicking on the screen kind of in beat with the music, you get more of your resources. You don't have to engage with that if you don't want to, but I think it does make the overall experience a lot more fun when I was playing the demo. The story behind this incremental game is really fun as well. You are an angel trying to collect enough souls to beat hell and your annual soul catching contest, and of course the winner of this catching contest gets a pizza party. In the demo, there's a bit of a tease of the main character, the angel, and the main antagonist, I guess, the demon, kind of having been in a relationship in the past. And so it seems like there's kind of this comedic twist with also, you know, like some romance potential in the game. I don't know if that's where it's going, but I'm excited to see where it's going. It was a very satisfying incremental game to play, and I always enjoy when my incremental games have a good story going on. After that, we have Medetashi Medetashi. Medetashi Medetashi is a point-and-click visual novel where you are a cat, and you are trying to help the heroine of a storybook avoid her bad ending. The game's title, Medetashi Medetashi, is the Japanese equivalent of like, and they all lived happily ever after. It's like the go-to story ending. So I would hope you're able to avoid that bad ending for the heroine and all live happily ever after. The game just looks extremely cute. It says it's probably completable in about 1 to 2 hours, so it's not going to take too much of your time if you want to just play a quick, cute, cozy visual novel. It definitely feels like sometimes that's the thing you need. Next up, we have Gecko Gods. Gecko Gods is a platformer where you play as a gecko. You're exploring a forgotten land and solving puzzles left by an ancient civilization to discover lost paths, secrets, and just kind of engaging in the environment and learning what happened to this civilization. It seems like the game design is heavily leaning into that like exploration focus and rewarding curiosity in a way that I think befits a game where you play a gecko. I actually hadn't heard of this game yet, but I think it seems like there's some excitement online for it. Having learned about it now, I am so excited to just be a gecko and explore an ancient civilization. It's like two of the best things, right? The next game on the list I know a lot of people are excited for. We have Mouse PI for Hire. This is a boomer shooter in the style of old Disney cartoons. It's got the rubber hose animation style, which I think is sort of a shoe-in for the boomer shooter thing. It's definitely like, it leans into the over-the-top, over-exaggerated vibes that you would expect from a boomer shooter, but also, you know, the over-the-top vibes you would expect from 1930s style animations. It's got a full story campaign and some movement abilities that kind of leans into some potential Metroidvania style vibes. This is one of those games where I think you either already know about it or the moment you see it, you know that you're interested. Last but not least, we have Wormies. Wormies is a cozy simulation game where you have a little box of the worms that are normally on like a string, like the fuzzy stringy worms. You have your own little box of these little worms, and you are buying new ones and breeding them to discover tons of different varieties of these little wormies. You are selling them to customers and kind of learning more about the customers as you fulfill their requests. Of course, you can pet the wormies if you're so inclined, which of course you are. I'm absolutely in love with this type of game where you are breeding to try to find new, more rare varieties. If you guys watch my Rare Rabbits gameplay before, it's similar to that game, but this one has a more maybe less scientific approach to the initial concept where you are breeding, you know, these fictional creatures. This game just looks so cute, and I'm excited to see how in depth the list of wormies really gets. It looks like there's quite a lot of different worms from the trailer, so I am looking forward to breeding as many wormies as I possibly can. This week is crazy stacked with good games. I don't know which of these games I'm going to be playing first because they all are just like absolutely the sort of game that I could see myself getting lost in. Hopefully at least one of these games was something that you guys found interesting. If you found even one of these games interesting, please leave a like to the video, comment what game you found interesting, and of course, as always, go give the game a wish list. It really helps the developers, so if you are really looking forward to this, do them a favor and go ahead and help them get spotted by more people by putting it on your wish list. And of course, you'll also be alerted when it comes out. I hope you guys have a great day. As always, eat some trash and do some science for me, and I'll see you around with some more indie game content in my next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.